Hang on. Slow down a minute, Si. Bus wankers!
Well, it's about time we beat them. To put it into perspective, the last time we beat Middlesbrough, Newcastle had won the most recent time-away derby. That's how long ago it was, honestly, man. I mean, who knows, maybe us beating Middlesbrough today can give the Mags some sort of hope that they might actually end up beating us. Ever. I'm just way too hyped. I'm getting way too ahead of myself here. Alright. Any Newcastle fans who might mind watching this, it's just a joke. Fucking calm down before you inevitably fucking get a fucking niggas in the Twitter, because I know you're like. But as you guys probably know by now, we beat Middlesbrough by 2-0, and honestly, it was a well-deserved win. Obviously, I've seen the meltdown over on T-side on Twitter, which has been beautiful to watch. It really is. Really is. It's good stuff there. So yeah, average match review going to go through. I think like you guys know how this works. I'm not gonna sit here and explain it. So for Sunderland, it looks like we went with a 4-2-3-1 to start things off with Patterson in goal, Hume, Ballard, Bard, and Aji Elise at the back four, Evans and Neil at home midfielders, Roberts, Diallo and Clark all behind Ross Stewart. Middlesbrough looks like they went with a similar formation, another 4-2-3-1, with Zach Steffen in goal, Smith, Fry, Lenahan, Giles back four, Howson and Hackney holding midfielders, Force, Akpom and McGree all behind Matt Crooks. The benches Sunderland had Alex Bass, Bailey Wright, Leon Diaku, Abdullah Barr, Edward Mishu, Ellis Taylor and Jason Burnett. Middlesbrough had Liam Roberts, Paddy McNair, Isaiah Jones, Mark Bowler, Cameron Archer, Matthew Hopp and Duncan Watmore. Now the game started off pretty lively. I mean, to be fair, it was nothing too crazy both sides going into the game a little bit. First big chance happens within I think like the 9th minute. Huge mistake from Zach Steffen. I mean, literally, I was thinking before this, Steffen, like, he's prone to fucking loads of mistakes. Like literally the fucking Man City Liverpool game last year, when he made that huge error, completely just popped in my head, and then literally like 10 seconds later, he passed the ball straight to Alan Diallo, who, honestly, he should have scored this. I'm so sorry, but he should have fucking blasted that in the bottom right corner. I can't believe he fucking missed. Honestly, it's absolutely mental how he missed from there. Like I was actually up, I actually jumped up from my seat, and then he fucking missed. Honestly, it was fucking horrible. He really shouldn't have missed it there, but it happens. And unfortunately, our first of 2 injuries happened with Corey Evans, unfortunately, coming out on the bad end of a challenge. It was him trying to make the challenge. He came out the worst out of it. He then came off. And then Mishu came off for him about it. Mishu, what a game he had, by the way, really great from him. And then there wasn't really too much in the first half. Like there wasn't really that many clear opportunities. I mean, Patterson didn't really have much to do at all in this game. Made one good save. Like it's funny. Like Middlesbrough had a string of corners like around the 30th minute, and you could have sworn every single time a corner went in, you fucking heard them lot shout for handball. Like every fucking time you heard handball. Just what else you need to say about that? Fucking hell. And then Stewart had another chance. Actually, Stewart scored. Actually, he actually scored. Like to be fair, you almost fucking missed it. He did score, but unfortunately, was offside. I mean, to be fair, like we must have been offside about fucking 10 times that first half. It was ridiculous. And to be fair, like I don't actually know how many of those actually were offsides. To be fair, most of them probably were. No, honestly, but yeah, unfortunately, Stewart was offside, so the goal didn't count. And then Stewart then missed again. He missed another one. He was a ball in from Roberts, and Stewart couldn't quite connect it properly, and then blasted over the bar. And in the first half, added time, again, Dale Fry completely underestimated the ball up. Stewart managed to get past him. Couldn't quite, again, he couldn't really quite get his foot behind it. He just couldn't find that sweet spot. And then unfortunately, Steffen pulled off a pretty easy save. In the second half, this is where I was feeling a bit nervous now, because we'd missed 2 absolute sitters, had a goal disallowed. I think I wasn't the only one who was thinking, okay, Boro gonna come out and just end up fucking getting a goal here. It's just gonna happen. And actually, no. 49 minutes through, Stewart's through on goal. Dale Fry. I mean, to be fair, honestly, in real time, it looked as though he fucking brought him down. And to be fair, the referee actually had, I mean, to be fair, the fact that the referee first had to think about it, and then, to be fair, like, to be fair, I'm seeing it back. Again, I don't know if it was a foul or whether or not it was a foul, but whether or not it was actually outside the box or not. Because I've seen, because we felt like most of the outrage came from the penalty incident, which, to be fair, from where I was, it looked as though Fry brought him down in the box. He was the last man. Therefore, it was a red card. I mean, to be fair, like, I don't think you can argue with the red card. I think the fact he was the last man, so it was a red card. I mean, to be fair, like, I seen fucking people on Twitter saying, "Oh yeah, it was a red, but it wasn't a foul." Like, how can he give him the red if it wasn't a foul then? You fucking dipshits. Honestly, man, how would it be a red with no contact? You fucking idiots. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, Ross Stewart subs up. Penalty was saved, but thankfully, since Stefan actually isn't that great of a goalkeeper, instead of parrying out for a corner, he then parries it back out in front of him. Then Stewart taps in the rebound pretty easily, and then now puts us 1-0 up. And then from there, we just fuck around the ball. Like, literally the one thing, right? Okay, we're 1-0 up. They're down to 10 men. Surely now that means, like, you do what fucking Swansea did last week, and you just fucking attack. But what do? We just fuck around the ball because we're fucking Sunderland. And of course, you know, since we scored so many great goals this season, we obviously have to fucking, every single goal we score this season has to be a fucking magnificent team goal, doesn't it? It just has to be, doesn't it? Like, come on, man. And then, yeah, but like, I don't know why, like, we just didn't want to shoot. I don't know why we just didn't want to shoot. Like, fucking Jack Clark, so many chances to fucking shoot, he didn't. He kept running into trouble fucking more times than not. Ahmad and Roberts down the right hand side, like, neither of them just didn't want to fucking put a ball in the box or have a shot or anything like that. It was just annoying. Dan Neil could have had a couple of shot opportunities himself. He didn't take them, or Stewart didn't take any. Like, it's just no one wanted to shoot, and it was really frustrating. And then obviously Boro bring on McNair and Archer for Crooks and Force, and then Billy Wright came on for Elise. Obviously, Elise was our second injury, although his didn't look as bad as Evans. I mean, to be fair, I think Elise's was more of just like a precaution, if anything, because obviously, to be fair, like, he has only just come back himself, and the only reason he's in the team is because fucking Gooch and Serkin are both out injured, which is a huge problem, by the way. Like, to be fair, we are fucking losing. Like, I mean, to be fair, like, even Mowbray said before the game we were fucking pretty stretched for this one, and now we just added 2 more injuries on top of that. It's not looking great, really, is it? And finally, our Diallo finally fucking has some balls. Great ball through from Roberts. Diallo cuts out the box. Fucking front post shot. Stefan once again proving he's fucking shit in goal. And I mean, to be fair, like at first I thought he actually hit the side netting, but then it was a goal because I hit near the southwest corner, so I couldn't quite tell. But yeah, Diallo makes it 2-0, and then the last 10 minutes was lovely, jubbly. It was nothing to worry about. You know, we saw the game out pretty well. Middlesbrough argued that they should have had a penalty. I don't really see it, to be honest with you. Like, it's just too. I mean, to be fair, like, fucking, I want to point out Michael Carrick's post match. Like it was just fucking so fucking pathetic on him, by the way. Like, to be fair, like, once he fucking takes his black and white tinted glasses off, right, he can then fucking actually see that we fucking dominated the game from start to finish. And they didn't have that, and they literally forced one save out pass in the whole game, one save the whole game. Like, to be fair, Boro, I mean, to be fair, like you can fucking sit there and whine all you want about the red card, whatever. The red card would not have made a fucking can't difference in that game at all, because we were fucking all over you. That's such about the whole game. We had more the ball. It was all us. The whole game. That red card meant nothing. And even if it wasn't a penalty, we probably would have fucking scored anyway. So there's that. I mean, to be fair, I'm sorry if I'm coming across a bit salty or whatever, but it's just one of those games where, you know, the fans can fucking complain all they want, but at the end of the day, we fucking deserve that win. And yeah, the old kid diner is now ours. You know. But yeah, that was a great game today. I mean, to be fair, like, if you take away who was against and the occasion on the game, I think that was a really important win today, because I don't know why, but I just had this feeling where had we not won today, I just didn't see us winning for a while, which I know is a bit weird, but honestly, I don't know why. It's just the Blackpool game back on New Year's Day wasn't that great. Swansea game last week was just a fucking shambles, and anything against Shrewsbury weren't that great. So yeah, so far this year I haven't exactly been fantastic, and I was a little bit worried that, you know, if we didn't win today, we probably wouldn't win again for a while. But that's just me being me, I think. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's it really. I can't really think of anything else to say really. I'll give our player ratings. I suppose I haven't done that in a while. Patterson, I give him 7. He was tremendous in goal. Didn't really have to do much, but honestly, we didn't really look like conceding the goal. Trey Hume, I'm gonna give him an 8.5. My man, the match today, he was absolutely unreal today. Trey Hume, like, he's getting better every single fucking week. Like don't get me wrong. I think with Sirkin fully fit as well, I honestly don't see Gooch getting back in this team with Sirkin and Hume both fully fit. Like, no, it's not happening. But I mean, to be fair, SofaScore, I've only given them a 6.9. I disagree. I'll probably give him and Bath both 7s. Like, they were so solid today. I mean, to be fair, like, we didn't even miss on night today. That's how much fucking coverage we have at centre back. It was really nice. Alicia, I'll probably give him a 7 as well. Like, obviously, like, I think before he came off injured, he was really good. He fucking kept McGree very quiet throughout the game and the force as well. Michu and Neil, again, I'm gonna give them both 7s as well. Actually, no, I'm gonna give them both 7.5. Actually, they were both really good today. I think at a time where, you know, Evans is a really important asset to our midfield, I think defend Michu, like, in such a big occasion as well. Coming in slot then, and he was fucking tremendous as well. I mean, him and honestly, to feel like I've been a big critic of Dan Neil, but he was tremendous today, absolutely fantastic. Now Clark can get a mistake. I don't want to be fucking harsh on anybody after a win, but I didn't really rate Clark much today. I didn't think he was that great, in all honesty. He's sort of just turning into the old Lyndon Gooch, if that makes sense. Like he's just constantly just fucking running around in circles, just running in the trouble ball and just passing the ball. I don't know. He's just trying to do too much where he just doesn't need to be. Ahmad again, I'm only going to give him a 6.5 at Ahmad. Like, I know it's harsh because he did score, but honestly, apart from that, that's probably one of his worst performances in Sunderland shirt, I think. Like, it just wasn't going his way there, in all honesty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll still be a fucking compilation somewhere from Man United fans on Twitter, so I'm guaranteed that. Roberts, I gave Roberts a 7. I think he definitely got better as the game went on, in my opinion. I think he was definitely looked a lot better. There, Ross Stewart, I'll give Stewart a 7 as well. He definitely had a good game, Stewart. I definitely was impressed by him. And yeah, I'm not going to give Barra Bennett any I'll be right. I'm not going to give them for any rating, because I don't really think they're on long enough to really worth having a rating, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Fulham away next week, so it's going to be a big test to see if we can actually take on a Premier League team away from home in our current state. So definitely looking forward to that one. But if you guys enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more in the future, then do hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified the second I upload the video. Just thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.